customs and bad customs. African Americans, we have a lot of positive things, but we have a lot of negative things as well that we have to discard. We have to get rid of those things. Anyway, this issue of this information, I know some of that stuff, but I didn't look all of that up. Which brings me to this point, and that is, there were some brothers who are really competent and qualified with certain information. In the UK, during this time, we have a lot of these types of dorat going on. So I did one in Manchester. I just went for one day. And they invited a brother who was an expert on sex education, something that's overwhelming us in the UK. Your little child is being exposed to that. I don't know all of the information about that. So for them to invite me to talk about that, I'm not the man for that job. We invited him, and he's not really Salafi as such. And then the brother started jumping up and down. Why didn't he not Salafi? You can't. Come on, brother, what's wrong with you? This man is going to introduce the community to information that we need to know. And Salafi people don't have all of the answers. The justice of the Sheikh Muhammad ibn Uthaymeen, rahmatullah alayhi, and that was a different time. That was a time when I became a Muslim, we saw mountains of knowledge who knew how to deal with issues. Now we have situations where people have ulterior motives. We've been divided by people. Anyway, from his justice, he said, all of these groups, and I believe in this, Udin Rabbi Bihada, all of these groups are a problem. All of these groups, Ikhwan, Tabligh, Sufi, Hizb ut-Tahrir, and the group of people who call themselves Salafis as a group. We love you and we hate you based upon your connection to the group. He said all of them have some part of Islam, and all of them have mistakes. He said the closest of them to the truth are those who call themselves Salafis, but we don't have all of the answers. And that's why we have to have from amongst you brothers, some people who are going to go into the medical field. Some of you have to go into economics. Some of you have to go into education. Everyone can't go to Medina. Everyone can't go to Medina. وَلِكُلٍّ وَجْهَةٌ هُوَ مُوَلِّيهَا فَاسْتَبِقُوا الْخَيْرَاتِ. Everyone has his path. If everybody went to the Medina University, our ummah will fall down, and Allah knows best. We have to have that tanoah. So that brother coming here to talk about this, mashallah. Someone who's an expert in this coming to talk about, mashallah. Our brother Daniel Haqiqatjou, I call him Haqiqatjou. Brother was telling me, no, it's Haqiqatjou. I said, Hachu isn't there? He said, yeah, Haqiqatjou. I started asking people, they said it's not his name. I said, I'm just stick with Daniel Haqiqatjou. You know what I'm talking about. That brother comes here to talk about something specific that he's an expert in, inshallah. And perfection is only with Allah. Our religion is a religion where we love for each other what we should love for ourselves. We don't let people throw rocks at other people and we just believe that stuff. No, kalla. How would you like people dealing with you like that? The time has come for us to stop being boys, stop playing checkers, because the world is playing chess. They playing hardball. We playing softball, messing around. So what I will say as it relates to this is you guys can go back to the internet, find out that information about this addiction to porno, because it is a problem. As parents, I would say this. My family, they're on top of this stuff, you know. You have to do the internet, the Wi-Fi. There's some parental stuff you have to know what you're doing, you know. So our wives, all of us, we have to be on that, on top of that, so our kids don't have access to it because wallahi billahi